Hey, yo, what's the deal, man? It's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? And as of this recording, it is 2:26 p.m. You know what I mean? So this is more than likely going to go up about 7 o'clock, before, an hour before Raw. You know what I mean? So right now, I'm just here chilling. You know what I mean? I'm here chilling. I'm not even going to go nowhere, you know what I mean? Because I got work in the morning. I got work tomorrow. And, they're still on the verge of fixing my apartment and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I do not know where they're going to send me, but I'll still be here in Fort Greene, Clinton Hill, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, man, you got to have balls to come up in here, yo. You know what I mean? You got to have guts to come up to Fort Greene, Clinton Hill. You know what I mean? Because this my home, baby. You know what I'm saying? Right here in Fort Greene. Not only Clinton, I'm in Fort Greene, but, if you cross, okay. So if you cross Carlton, if you pass Carlton Myrtle, now you in Clinton Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like anywhere past the park, or a matter of fact, anywhere past the projects, you around that sector, you are in Clinton Hill. You know what I mean? But going into where the projects is at, like if you're walking up, Clinton and Myrtle, now you're in Fort Greene. But if you walk past it, going towards the opposite side, like after the park and going up, you know what I'm saying, or going up towards where Adelphi is at, then you're in Clinton Hill. You know what I mean? But, I wanted to make this video because, I've gotten not a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, but I got a lot of, okay, so I did get a lot of bullshit from people on X, because I say things, you know what I mean? I say things, I speak my mind, and I don't care. I don't care how people feel. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes down to my opinions. You know what I'm saying? And, I said some things about, I said some things about two people who are in New Japan Pro Wrestling, right? One of them, which is, and this video is going to be about, two main folks, right? Two folks in one, right? It's going to be about Hiroshi Tanahashi, right? And one Zack Sabre Jr. Now, the shit that I said about Zack Sabre Jr. got a lot of people going. A few people going on Twitter to the point where one person, comes on my comment section, right? Not the one who inboxed me, because the one who inboxed me, shout out to her. We had a, shout out to that person. We had a decent conversation. But there was another person who comes in there whose name is Sin City Safe, right? Who blocked me, but then on my other page, on my real page that I'm never gonna tell nobody, you know what I mean? Because I have a page outside of Pro Wrestling Tag that you will never know exactly who the fuck I am. You know what I mean? I told him exactly who I was, and I showed my face and everything. You know what I'm saying? Not on the video stuff, but on my page, on that page, you will see, my face, my actual name, and everything else, which you motherfuckers will never find out. But here's the thing, right? I keep my word very real. I kept my word very real with these two guys, right? Let me begin with Tanahashi. All right, Hiroshi Tanahashi. So he said that he actually announced his retirement to happen, I do believe, in 2026, right? So, Hiroshi Tanahashi. I don't even know how the fuck you pronounce the first name, but Tanahashi is a guy that I don't care about. A lot of Japanese wrestlers I really do not care about, because Japanese wrestlers do not appeal. There's no appeal. There is no appeal with Japanese wrestlers here in the States, as opposed to their country, right? And listen, he might be a legend in Japan. He might be up there, with the greats in Japan and such. But I'll keep it a buck with y'all. I don't know jack shit about Tanahashi. I don't. I hear his name a lot. You know what I'm saying? I hear his name a lot, but I don't have the time and patience to watch a Tanahashi match, to see what he's about. Why? Because if you have no character, if you have nothing that is going to satisfy my needs as a pro wrestling fan in the States, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Okada is the greatest example of that. You know, Okada basically, and I'll even throw in Shinsuke Nakamura, right? I'll say this, you know, well, at least with Shinsuke, I mean, yeah, he shows some sort of character, but it's like, you know, but, I mean, you know what, I'll say Shinsuke would probably be the only one who I'll take. He'd probably be the only one, maybe the only one, you know, but, you know, if you look at someone like Okada or Naito or fucking, let me see, who else is a Japanese star at the top? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think. You know, I'm definitely trying to think. But those guys, right? Those guys don't, you know, maybe they might be legends in their country, but AEW showed that, especially with someone like Okada, that, you know, they're just another guy here. Like he doesn't fit well in the States. Okada does not fit well in American soil. He doesn't. He does not. You know what I'm saying? He clearly doesn't, because if Okada was deemed as a big deal, right? They would have debuted him way better than what the fuck they did. You know, in AEW, and also not just another guy. You know what I mean? He's just another guy who can give you matches. You know, he can give you matches. Like he has no fucking gimmick. He has no character. And oh yeah, it's funny that, you know, people didn't want him to go to WWE because they claimed that WWE would have him looking like a buffoon, but yet they got this motherfucker like a buffoon in AEW. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, with bitch and all this other bullshit, right? Hold on real quick. Sorry about that, y'all. I had a phone call. My mom had called me. But yeah, I mean, look, you know, going back to Tanahashi, and now I'm gonna get to Zack Sabre Jr. Tanahashi, you know, whoopie do. You know, he's gonna retire, whoopie do. You know, let me get to Zack Sabre Jr. Now, Zack Sabre Jr. is the one that people got wound up over after the comments I made, okay? And I still stick by my comments. Zack Sabre Jr. to me is the most boring, overrated wrestler in the world. Hands down. You know, he won the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, which looks like bullshit, by the way. I see how it looked. I'm like, what the fuck kind of... It looked like a fucking Stardom title. The Stardom title that Mercedes Moné held, right? But, you know, Zack Sabre Jr. is one who... He... To me, I have more of a bit of an issue with him due to the fact that the way how he exited WWE in 2016, you know, which kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Now, Zack Sabre Jr. 8 years ago, right, was deemed one of the best wrestlers in the world, right? Supposedly. And the WWE Cruiserweight Classic was designed. It was designed strictly for him and Kota Ibushi. They both wound up not signing with WWE, right? But with Zack Sabre Jr., you know, apparently, you know, I don't know if, you know, he didn't like the process. I don't know what it was. But WWE they was going to cater everything to Zack Sabre Jr. And he chose not to sign. He was going to win the finals, and he was going to win the trophy and become the Cruiserweight champion, right? He chose not to sign. So what happened was, many years later, 8 years later, right? Fast forward to 2024. You know, where he was irrelevant. He was irrelevant until sometime, I think last month, where he opened his mouth and buried WWE, you know, and was talking shit about WWE for whatever reason. You know, he said something about being the best in the world, and you know, you come to AEW, all this other bullshit, right? But the thing is that you don't bite the hand that feeds you. You never do that. You never fucking do that. You know, and now he's the IWGP champion, right? Whoopie-doo. World Heavyweight champion. The World Heavyweight champion. Whoopie-doo. Whoopie-doo. The guy has no charisma. The guy has no character. The guy is boring. The guy reminds me so much of WCW Steven Regal. WCW Steven Regal was boring. As a wrestler, he was boring. You know what I mean? He was a scientific wrestler. He was boring. No gimmick, no nothing. There was nothing there. And now he's the IW. Now, you know, Zack Sabre Jr. is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, right? The motherfucker has no charisma like AJ Styles, Kenny Omega, fucking, you know, Jay White. Nothing. There's nothing there. There's nothing. Not even he's not even better than Finn Balor, man. He's not even. And plus, here's the thing that Zack Sabre Jr. really needs to realize, right? You know, because of the British wrestling scene being hot at the same time as the indie wrestling scene, if it wasn't for that, nobody would know exactly who the fuck he was. Will Ospreay? Like, you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? And then you got the nerve to talk shit. Oh man. And yes, do I agree that if he did stay with if he did sign with WWE, that Vince would have, you know, shitted on him eventually? Yeah, I would, of course. But, you know, he could have handled it in a big, better way, yo. He could have handled it. You know what I mean? Maybe. And also, his stay in AEW wasn't that long either, so maybe he was scared of the American wrestling scene. Maybe. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But Zack Sabre Jr., like I said, he is very overrated to me. No gimmick, no character, no charisma, nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? But that's everything I had to say. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I might come back with another video maybe tonight, I don't know. Or tomorrow for sure, because I'm hearing some crazy shit about Daniel Garcia. I'm hearing that as of this recording, the 241, you know, he still has not signed with AEW, which is mind-blowing because did this motherfucker make an appearance, I believe, at Wrestle Dream? Did he make an appearance? You know, on AEW TV recently? You know what I'm saying? Did he make a fucking appearance? What the fuck? You know what I mean? So, I'm about to be out, guys, and I'll check y'all tomorrow, maybe, or maybe tonight. All right? Peace.